Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder, the place where we crack open corporate documents and find out what is really going on behind the scenes. Today, we're looking at Ondas Holdings Incorporated's latest filing, and let's just say they've been busy acquiring things. Get ready to decode a major deal that could shape their future. Before we dive in, if you like getting these clear, no-nonsense breakdowns of important company news, hit that subscribe button. And if you want to join a community of fellow corporate nerds, check out our Discord, linked in the description below. So what we have here is a Form 8K filing. Think of this as a company's way of telling the public about big, important news they need to share right away. It is not like their regular quarterly or annual reports that give you a full picture. This is for the breaking news. The main story in this filing is all about an acquisition. Ondas Holdings Incorporated, or Ondas as you might see them on the stock market, has bought another company. They call it a completion of acquisition or disposition of assets. Basically, they bought something. And what did they buy? They acquired Roboteam Holdings Limited. This company is based in Israel and is described as a leader in rugged tactical unmanned ground vehicles, or UDVs. Now, what are UDVs? Think of them as small, tough robots on wheels or tracks. They're used for things like bomb disposal, keeping an eye on areas for intelligence and surveillance, working in dangerous environments, and even for commercial jobs. This wasn't a cheap purchase. Ondas Holdings paid about $81.7 million in cash for Roboteam. That is a significant chunk of change, showing they really believe in the value of this acquisition. The deal was agreed upon back in November of 2025, and now it is officially done. To make sure everyone knew, they also put out a press release the day after the deal closed on the 17th of December 2025. This is standard practice. They highlighted that Roboteam is a global leader, and this expansion into advanced robotics and unmanned systems is pretty exciting. It seems like Ondas Holdings is really leaning into the robotics and defense technology space. Remember, they're already involved in things like communication networks. This acquisition looks like a strategic move to broaden their offerings and tap into new, high-growth markets. Now, you might see a lot of official sounding stuff in these filings like references to regulations and specific rules. But at its heart, this report is about a business decision buying another company. Just a quick note on their stock. Ondas Holdings Incorporated's common stock is traded on the Nasdaq stock market under the ticker symbol ONS. This is the main way people buy and sell ownership in the company. The filing also tells us what other documents are attached. They've included the share purchase agreement, which is the actual contract for the deal, and the press release we just talked about. It is interesting to note that they are not required to file detailed financial statements or pro forma information for this acquisition at this time, according to the rules they've cited. This usually happens for smaller acquisitions, or when the filing format doesn't demand it immediately. They also mention that certain schedules are omitted from the share purchase agreement document, but they promise to provide them to the Securities and Exchange Commission if requested. This is a common practice where sensitive or detailed business terms are kept out of the public filing unless specifically asked for. Now, let's talk about what this all means. This acquisition of Roboteam feels like a pretty big step for Ondas Holdings Incorporated. They are paying a substantial amount, $81.7 million, to bring a company with expertise in rugged robots into their fold. This suggests a clear strategy to expand beyond their current areas, likely into more advanced defense, security, and specialized industrial technology. Looking at the bigger picture, the market for unmanned ground vehicles, especially for specialized applications like bomb disposal and intelligence gathering, is growing. By acquiring a leader in this field, Ondas Holdings is positioning itself to capture a piece of that growth. It is a move that could diversify their revenue streams and open up new government and commercial contracts. However, there are always risks with acquisitions. Integrating a new company, especially one from a different country with potentially different business cultures and regulatory environments, can be challenging. There is also the question of whether Roboteam can continue to innovate and maintain its market leadership under new ownership. And of course, the $81.7 million price tag means Ondas Holdings needs to see a solid return on this investment, which could take time. Overall, this filing signals an aggressive growth strategy from Ondas Holdings Incorporated. They are making a bold move to acquire a specialized technology company. The success of this acquisition will depend heavily on their ability to integrate Roboteam effectively and leverage its technology to drive future revenue and profitability. It is a company to watch to see if this strategic bet pays off. Alright, that is our breakdown of Ondas Holdings Incorporated's latest filing. What is your take on this acquisition and what it signals for the company's future? Do you think it is a smart move or a risky gamble? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. If this analysis was valuable, hitting that like button really helps us out, and subscribe for more deep dives into corporate documents. Don't forget to check out the Discord in the description for more discussions. Thanks for watching. See you next time.